Again, with this tape, we want to take it off the roll, and then we're just going to follow it. So Jazz, you're just going to keep your wrist in neutral, and it's almost like you're holding a cup or something, and then just don't move. So I'm coming around the base of the thumb here, and basically I'm just going to go around, and I'm taking the tape where the tape wants to go. Yep. And it wants to go around the wrist again, and then I'm just going to follow it. Except I want it to overlap that way. So really important when you're coming up around this part, the temptation will be that you want to yank it. They won't tolerate it. So if anything, once you're around the thumb and you're back to the base of the thumb, so Dion, if you could come over the top, that's when I'm pulling the force to really lock it in and to stabilise it, not as I'm coming around that webbing. Okay, you can do as many of these loops as you want/need. Generally, I'll do a couple. That will do the trick. Some people on their last loop around like to finish with a full loop of the thumb, which is absolutely fine because it will then bring the tape back around. But really important with that one, that we're leaving the joint free and we're not pulling too tight. So what you'll find once you've done that, if I just pull that back a bit, you can see you get this nice, like, it's called a herringbone pattern, where if you're laying it down nicely, you'll see the little cross pattern like that. It's called a herringbone pattern. So that's your goal with this type of taping, make it into a nice herringbone. So start low and then work your way up, just overlap by half, and you'll get that beautiful pattern. For most people, they'll be happy with this. You can see I'm not over her palm, so I'm not restricting her movement. She'll feel like it's stabilising the thumb, but she'll still feel like she can move. I would always anchor this off with rigid tape around the wrist. I'm going to leave it for now because we're going to do a bit more. If you've got an athlete who's like, nah, that still feels terrible, I need more, that's when your rigid can come in. So we're just going to do one piece at a time because this can get a bit trickier with the rigid tape, but we're going to start in the same spot. I want a styloid. And we don't need to go around the wrist because we've already got the anchor. See, she's trying to help. Let's put that back there. Again, pull that off first. And then I'm just going to go down and around. Tear it off. And here is where I'm going to pull the force there. And now, basically, I've started and finished in exactly the same spot, if you can see that, down on that styloid. Then you'll see the herringbone really nicely with this. So the more force you pull, you can see how much force, so then let it off again, and then bring it around. And you can do as many of those as you like. So can you see that that's the start of a herringbone pattern there? And you can do as many of those as you like. So that will give some people stability. Some people with really big hands, you'll have to use this width of a tape, and even this person might go, actually, that doesn't feel good enough, I want you to do more. So if we're at the point where we've done that and they're still like, oh, not happy, want a bit more, there is one more level you can go to. So what I'm going to do, we're going to do this is going to be an anchor to start from the outside, and we're just going to do like a U. So this one does go over the thenar eminence, and if they're really wanting the stability, then they'll have to just put up with it. So can you see, Dion, I've just done like a U there. That essentially becomes our anchor, and what we're going to do is create like a thumb spica, it's called, which is a type of brace that you might use for de Quervains or something, but this is like a tape version of that, so kind of handy. And I will use this, this thicker tape for this one. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to start up at the wrist and I'm going to work my way to the base of the thumb. And I'm going to start on our anchor, hold down, pull. And I'm just going to repeat. Overlap by half, pull. I don't do this that often, to be honest, in footy, but you might do it in the clinic with someone who's very irritable for whatever reason. They might not be able to get a brace or something, so you can do this. So see how I'm, again, holding that tape to pull that force. And you're just going to work your way up to the base of the thumb. And you'll probably feel quite restricted with this, which is the goal. It's looking pretty good. Still move that. And then you want to anchor that off again. I'll use this tape just because it's not as fiddly, but Jazz is almost, her webbing is a bit small. So for her, I'm just going to put a little tear in it to make sure we don't irritate her too much. But it's just because I'm being lazy to not use the other tape. So that just anchors it off, and it's that U shape again. Yeah, it will be through their webbing a bit more, and it might irritate them, but too bad. If they're requiring this level of stability, then they're going to have to put up with it. And then you would anchor that off. So I'll just show you that as well. With your 38 mil. No force through your anchors, just lay it on. How does that feel?
Secure.
Very secure? Yep. Yeah, it'd be pretty rare you're going to this level with someone on a footy field, but you never know. Just have it up your sleeve. It's a trick. You would definitely use it in the clinic, so it's really good.